The Paris 2024 Olympics opening ceremony was designed to be a grand celebration of sports, culture, and unity. However, a deeper, more sinister narrative has been suggested by many viewers. This alternate interpretation posits that the ceremony was rife with symbolism pointing to themes of leading children astray, idolatry, and the undermining of traditional values. Here is an exploration of this perspective, highlighting the supposed hidden messages and their implications. Let's start with the torch being passed to the three children, a young boy, a young girl, and another even younger boy. They embark on a journey into the underworld. This descent is laden with religious symbolism, echoing themes of judgment, redemption, and the afterlife. The children's path begins in an old factory, a place of human endeavor before moving into dark, winding tunnels. These tunnels symbolize the passage into the subconscious and the unknown, mirroring ancient rites of passage where initiates must face trials in darkness. Running through the old industrialized scene, almost representing the industrial age, the children move through spaces once filled with life and activity, now silent and eerie, symbolizing the transient nature of human achievements and the inevitable return to dust. The tunnels they traverse are reminiscent of mythological journeys into the underworld, where heroes confront their deepest fears. Their journey leads them to the catacombs of Paris, surrounded by rats and the bones of countless individuals. This somber environment is a stark reminder of mortality and the fleeting nature of life. Carrying the torch through these corridors of the dead signifies bringing light to darkness, life to death, and hope to despair, echoing resurrection motifs found in many religious narratives. That's what one would believe, but it seems far more sinister. As they continue, the children reach the underground lake beneath the Palais Garnier, where they meet the ferryman, a hooded and masked figure waiting at a boat. This ferryman, reminiscent of Charon from Greek mythology, symbolizes the boundary between life and death, carrying souls across the river to the afterlife. The children climb aboard the boat, representing their acceptance of the journey into deeper mysteries and the trials of the soul. The ferryman guides them toward an uncertain fate, symbolizing the transition between life and death, the known and the unknown. The critical point here is the handing over of the Olympic torch to the ferryman, traditionally Charon, who transports souls across the river Styx to the underworld. In this narrative, the Olympic torch is given as payment to the ferryman, representing life and spirit being surrendered to the forces of darkness. The torch, a symbol of hope and continuity, is thus handed over to death, marking the children's and humanity's descent into the realm of the dead. The hooded figure then leads the children and unwitting athletes, symbolizing souls being collected and corrupted. This figure, perceived as death, runs across the rooftops of Paris, leading the procession of athletes who unknowingly follow into the underworld. The portrayal of golden deities emerging from the river represents false gods and idolatry, akin to the biblical golden calf, highlighting humanity's susceptibility to worshipping false icons. Lady Gaga's performance on a golden staircase is interpreted as a significant symbol. The staircase, typically a path to heaven, is depicted with a closed door at the top, indicating that access to heaven is denied. This represents a rejection of divine grace and the futility of human efforts to attain salvation through earthly means. The use of a golden staircase also reinforces the theme of false idols, as it echoes the materialistic allure of gold. The burning piano on a rock, along with the frenetic dance of aerial acrobats, is viewed as an allusion to death and the rapture. The burning piano, an instrument of harmony now engulfed in flames, symbolizes the destruction of cultural and spiritual values. The acrobats, seemingly ascending poles, are reminiscent of souls attempting to escape their earthly bonds, a metaphor for the rapture and the subsequent abandonment of the earthly plane. The depiction of the French Revolution during the Liberté sequence is interpreted as a call to arms, urging people to rise against the governments. The music À la volonté du peuple from Les Misérables stirs revolutionary fervor, suggesting a rebellion against the status quo. This segment can be seen as a subtle incitement for viewers to question authority and fight for change, aligning with the overarching theme of challenging traditional structures. The scene of the three children in the library, followed by their movement to the stairs, signifies a rejection of traditional knowledge and values. Libraries are traditionally seen as bastions of wisdom and learning. By leading the children away from the library, the narrative suggests a deliberate departure from established truths and wisdom. The subsequent display of affection among the children on the stairs is seen as promoting non-traditional relationships, challenging the conventional family structure. The inclusion of the Mona Lisa in the underworld, alongside the minions, is symbolic of cultural degradation. The Mona Lisa, a masterpiece of art, represents high culture and human achievement. Its descent into the underworld in association with the minions, characters symbolizing blind followers, suggests the reduction of cultural values to mere entertainment and the loss of critical thinking. The Mona Lisa then seems to be discarded, floating down the river Seine. The recreation of Leonardo da Vinci's The Last Supper with drag queens was particularly controversial. For many, this was seen as a direct affront to Christian sensibilities, mocking a sacred event. This scene is interpreted as a deliberate act of provocation, challenging traditional religious beliefs. The portrayal of Dionysus, the Greek god of wine and excess, further emphasizes themes of decadence and moral decay. Painted blue and nearly nude, the performance surrounded by revelers is seen as a celebration of hedonism, contrasting sharply with the values of temperance and restraint. The barge supposedly representing global warming is reinterpreted as a metaphor for dancing in hell. The dark frenetic energy of the dancers on the waterlogged red carpet suggests a celebration of chaos and destruction. The shift from vibrant festivity to this dark imagery signals a descent into moral and environmental degradation. The pale horse, the fourth horseman, traditionally associated with death in the apocalypse, is a powerful symbol in this narrative. The hooded figure, now seen as death itself, rides the pale horse to the main stand where global leaders are gathered. This act is viewed as a harbinger of doom, with death overseeing the ceremony and guiding the world towards destruction. The accidental raising of the Olympic flag upside down is interpreted as a symbol of the devil. In Christianity, an inverted cross is associated with Satanism and hell. This mistake is seen not as a mere accident, but as a deliberate act of signaling the presence and influence of evil forces within the ceremony. Céline Dion's performance of Edith Piaf's Hymne à l'amour is viewed with suspicion. The choice of song is also a dark, disturbing narrative. Her holographic presence, combined with the elaborate light show, suggests the elevation of technology and human artifice to the status of a false messiah. The light shining from her and the grandeur of the Eiffel Tower backdrop emphasize this theme, portraying her as a deity-like figure of false hope and salvation. Through the lens of many viewers, the Paris 2024 Olympics opening ceremony is seen not as a celebration of human achievement and unity, but as a ritual filled with dark symbolism. The hooded figure, representing death, leads children and athletes into a metaphorical underworld, paying homage to false gods and idols. The ceremony is perceived as a rejection of traditional values, an embrace of decadence, and a harbinger of apocalyptic doom. From the golden calf to the inverted flag, each element is interpreted as a deliberate act of provocation and subversion, challenging the foundations of faith, family, and societal order. This narrative paints the ceremony as a grand spectacle of deception, leading humanity away from enlightenment and into darkness. It does not end there.